Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Sportsfellas.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Hey, it's Taylor.
It's your Sooner Nation ring chasing, tomahawk chopping boy Driz.
Representing the black hole of the Raider Nation, Big Dog.
Yeah, boy.
Hog Haven in the house. Repping the Commanders. It's Mr. Brett.
All right. Well, welcome, Brett, to the show. We need some Commander fans, but truly Redskin fans. I'll always be a Redskin supporter there.
Yeah, me
All
too,
right.
but
Amen, amen. All right. This is your Rocky Mountain High Roll Tide Hook 'em Horns, mauling Penn State Nittany Lions. Last but not least, we took an L today, but it's okay. The true Tomahawk Chop, the Seminole Nation, Florida State. This is your host, Carlos. You guys, we're going to dive in today, the AFC West. Also, we're going to tune into Chuck's Dugout. Before then, let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Hey guys, why don't you check out She Barber Cuts Barbershop and give Markeisha Brown, the licensed professional barber there, a call at 316-218-3566 for all your haircut needs. She's got cuts for kids, adults, and for those looking for the good one, the deluxe with beard trims, wash, and hot towels. So don't forget to give Markeisha a call at She Barber Cuts and see her at 2319 North Ridge, Barber Suite 6A here in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, baseball fans, right now, playoffs are around the corner and things are heating up. Let's kick off with the American side, the American League. We have the New York Yankees, the Bronx Bombers. They are number one. The Cleveland Guardians in second. Houston Astros, Baltimore Orioles, Kansas City Royals, and the Minnesota Twins. Moving on over to the national side, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Philadelphia Phillies, Milwaukee Brewers, Arizona Diamondbacks, the San Diego Padres, and the Atlanta Braves. All right, that concludes there. Stay tuned as we get closer to October, where playoffs are going to be heating up. Let's go ahead and take a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
With spring here and all the storms on their way, you need to make sure you have the proper home, auto, and all your properties insured. We here at Razor Cut Information just can't get enough of our favorite insurance man, Ernie Ruelas. Please visit Ernie and his State Farm agency at 11330 East Central Avenue, Suite 400, Wichita, Kansas, 316-682-2300. Thank you so much, Ernie.
Well, here we are, you guys, the AFC West. Could you say, Driz, we are the best division in football?
I mean, it has the best team in football, but I wouldn't say the best division, no. Sorry.
How do you feel, Don?
And the Raiders are going to come up. We're going to come up for that crown. We're going to have to get some competition going. Even the Denver Broncos, I think, is going to help bring things up.
Okay, Don, let's stop dreaming. Okay, so let's get to reality. We are in reality. We're going to kick it off with your four-time Super Bowl champion, Chiefs Kingdom. The east side to Baltimore defeated Taylor's team, them Dirty Birds and the Baltimore Ravens. Driz, I'm going to kick it off with you. How do you feel your Chiefs are going to do this year?
I mean, I'm kind of going to be biased, but we're going to three-peat this year. I mean, I don't see any other way the season's going to end except for Chiefs three-peating. So, listen, we're the best team in the league. We got the best offensive line, best top 5 defense, right? We actually got a decent receiver core that has a lot of depth to it. So, what else can I say except we're three-peating? That's all I can say, man.
I mean, that's a lofty expectation. I mean, they're going to do well for sure. There's no doubt. They've got the pieces. They've got Mahomes. He's the best at his position for now. But yeah, I expect them to go into the playoffs, win the division, do what they do. The only thing that could slow them down maybe if Kelsey takes a step back. But I mean, they should continue to be, the team to beat.
Yeah. KC's dangerous, man. I see them repeating this year. The only thing that can stop them is themselves, and then with the addition of no thanks to the Bills, giving them draft picks, and they possibly could be getting the Legion of Zoom Part 2
Oh yeah.
going into the league this year. So they're going to have a incredible receiving core. They're going to have some guys who can make plays out there. And I don't see them, slowing down anytime soon.
I'm going to be the hater of the group because who
It's
I
okay.
am. But they'll do good this year. But I don't think they're going to three-peat this year because being a three-peat, it's very hard to do, regardless of how good a team is. Because look at all the teams in the past that have come close. With, like most recent, the Patriots, they just couldn't get there to do it. So Chiefs have a good year this year. Have good stats, but they're going to falter somewhere in the playoffs. Either it's going to be the AFC Championship game or maybe even the Super Bowl.
If we're going to go down memory lane, let's do not forget the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins went to 3 Super Bowls straight, lost one back-to-back. We also know that the Buffalo Bills, they did their 4 in a row. That didn't happen. The Patriots also won back-to-back, also went a couple, didn't make it. And then they did it again in this time. The thing is that with Kansas City, it's hard to go against them. Their foundation is solid on point with amazing, starting from the top with the Hunt family going down. You have a great coaching staff and Coach Spag and Anthony Reid. Also, looking at breaking down also the offense side, you got a great quarterback in the GOAT in Patrick Mahomes. You got one of the best tight ends ever to be seen in Travis Kelce. You've got a wide receiving core that there's not your true number one. Everyone has stepped up. Even the year before when Hardman and also when MVS was there as well, even though MVS didn't do as much, he still played in critical parts and when you needed him. And then on the defensive side, Chris Jones, I respect that man. I respect him. And knowing that they lost Snead, the Chiefs has learned to adapt and has been able to overcome any obstacles where the player goes. And the Chiefs program itself reminds me a lot of the Pittsburgh Steelers, the family, everything. The Chiefs have brought not only the community, but it's just the sea of red. How is it possible these guys go to Baltimore in the AFC Championship? It was all purple and black, and the next thing you know, I saw sea of red. Sea of red. And it's just the Chiefs is hard to go against, and there's no stopping. So, and I agree what Brett said. It's themselves. That's how I see it. Right now, we're playing catch up, and we're going to talk about our teams in a second. But teams like Baltimore, teams like Buffalo, maybe Miami, maybe New York, or the Bengals, or we'll throw it out there, the Browns. And I feel if you're going to get to the Super Bowl or even close, you got to go through Kansas City. That's just the way it is. So, yeah, there's no stopping in you. There is no stopping in you, Driz. Your team is they're good. It's hard to go against them.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on over to the West Coast. Travis, shout out to our friend Travis and all the Charger fans. The Los Angeles Chargers. They were 5-12. They did not make the playoffs. So I'm going to kick it off with you, Don. How do you see the Chargers doing this year?
With the Chargers right now, with them losing their top 3 players offensively, I just don't see them doing any much better than what they did last year. And then you got Justin Herbert, who's projected to start, even though he's coming off that injury with, they call it plantar fasciitis or something like that. And when you got something like that lingering in your foot, that does affect your mobility. So they're going to have to run the ball heavy a lot just to try to get the pass game going. But if not for that, I don't see their defense really stopping anybody. So they're probably going to be down there at the bottom of the barrel fighting for third.
Yeah, I would agree. Sure, Herbert's a great quarterback if he can stay healthy, but I just don't know. Yeah, he can't do it all. He's got to have receivers who can, make plays, and I really don't know if there's any on that team, to be honest. Yeah, they've got a new coach. Hopefully, he pumps up his players, but I don't see him doing too much this year.
For the 5 Charger fans out there, I'm sorry, you guys. It's tough. Same boat this year for me, man. They're not going to improve. Dude, look, the number 1 receiver is Joshua Palmer. All right, no disrespect to him, but they got Joshua Palmer. Then they got their rookie as their second. Then they got DJ Chark, who has yet to prove that he can be a superstar. Their second string running back is injury prone. All they got is Herbert. Defense sucks. Offensive line is okay. You are finishing fourth, bro. You don't even just worry about next year. That's all I can say about the Chargers, man.
I think they could be the competition to the Chiefs, and here's why. Harbaugh coming in, many people said, he couldn't turn around the San Francisco 49ers when he coached them, and he did a tremendous job out there. But with the losses of both Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and of course Austin Eckler, you wonder who's going to be the next man to step up. And so I think Harbaugh's going to find that next guy to step up because he's a player's coach. He get it out of him, and he's been a success so far and everywhere he's ever went to. So I'm not going to count the Chargers out. I'd say they could make some moves this season.
I'm more concerned about the way defensively how this is going to kick off because they decided to keep Khalil Mack. Boza has been here and there. I mean, he's still a great, effective player, but their secondary, they scare me. Every time they're secondary, they are terrible. Look at the games that they played against, like the Cowboys when they played against the Dolphins. They were beat because they were getting beat in the air. Now, when they play like the Chiefs, they kind of have a shootout, but eventually the Chiefs always end up prevailing. You guys go into shootout as well with the Raiders as well, Don, and the Chargers itself. They relied on the run game on that. But now that you got rid of the Eckler, like they said, Mike Williams gone, and especially Keenan Allen, that's unfortunate. Keenan's gone. They're just starting over, and I just feel that the players that they picked up, it's going to be a rebuilding, and he knows it. I think Harbaugh's under the impression like, hey, you know what? We're going to get in this season knowing we're going to lose quite a bit of games, but hey, we got to see what happens. Because it's just that when you're in a place of Los Angeles, you're competing. I mean, it's a sports town, and you've got the Rams that are pretty much dominating. And it's just every time you see these Charger games. Yes, I support all the Charger fans, but it's just unfortunate when they're opposing teams, like when the Steelers come into town or Cowboys or even the Chiefs. They've got a good fan base there out in Los Angeles. So it's just going to be another growing pains year, and I don't have them being last. I have them second to last. So that we'll talk about that in a second. Let's move on over to Broncos country. My team, the blue and orange, the Denver Broncos. We were 8-9 last year, and we did not make the playoffs. We almost, but we did not. I'm going to kick it off with my team. We're still paying Russell Wilson. I don't know what's worse, paying him or continuous child support. They're both rough, but I will tell you, it's just a process. And the thing is that Sean Payton's just trying to clean house. A lot of respect, shout out to the Walton family that they bought the team and they're just fixing it up. We're going through a new attire. I'm looking forward to that Week 5 game against the Raiders, where in honor of the 1977 Super Bowl team, wearing that orange crush. Kind of amazing there. But we have a new team and a new prosperous program going forward. Am I going to say Sean Payton's going to fix it? I don't know. I just don't know. Because now that we're adding in Jim Harbaugh going in, it's going to be tough. But no matter what, it's kind of like looking at those mountains like this. The Chiefs are up there. Yes, we got, after that butt kicking that we got from the Miami Dolphins last year, we got better. We found ways to get better. It's just the offense didn't really help out. And then we had that win at Denver when we beat the Chiefs. We beat them fair and square. It was great. It was all defense. So with us, with us losing Jerry Jeudy, we lost some people on the line. And now we're resulting to Tim Patrick that's getting older up there. And Sutton, inconsistent as well. And then Mims still has yet to prove that he's the guy yet. We're just going to go through rebuilding. So we're just going to look good in our new uniforms. So what's your thoughts, Chris?
Man, I'm 50-50. I see them finishing second or third, fighting with the Raiders on this one. So I don't think they're going to do that bad. I think y'all are going to be about the same, maybe finish 8 or 9, 7-10. I think y'all have a negative record. Y'all won't have a winning record, but I think y'all be about the same, right? And that's mainly due, y'all got some sleeper receivers. I think y'all got receivers who have a high ceiling and who can do really good. And seeing how Bo Nix played in the preseason, he did pretty good. So if he continues to play like that, y'all will have a decent offense. And, but it's just too tough with that y'all in division with the Chiefs, and y'all just got more improving to do. So I honestly, it's 50-50 for me. I don't see y'all doing too bad.
I don't mean to be a hater, but I mean, I just don't see, a path to win the division or anything like that this year. I mean, I want to see. I hope Bo Nix does well. I hope Sean Payton does better this year. They just need. I think they need to put more talent on that team. So, do what you can this year, and we'll see if they can surprise some people.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree. I think they're gonna be dwelling in the basement of the AFC West this year. Not to sound too negative, but with all those big departures that they have, Sean Payton is gonna have to just rebuild, and try to see when he can get out of this. But I don't see them getting anywhere this year. So, and not to mention they didn't make any heavy moves in the draft this year too. So they're going to be like a hamster running in a Ferris wheel to me.
That stings.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, I see Denver right now looking at close to the same record as last year. They're going to be 8-9, or they may drop down to maybe 7-10. Bo Nix is going to try to do what he can, but he is a rookie. So when it comes to rookie quarterbacks, taking over to start, the season, it's going to be hard. And defensively, they have a decent defensive line, but I'm not sure about their secondary yet. How well they're going to, play, and can they really stop somebody? And offensively, you got good running backs like McLaughlin and Javonte Williams. They're going to carry the load for a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. And Bo Nix, even though he's young with his mobility, he's just not going to have the experience to be able to help carry a team. So Denver's going to either have the same record or they're going to have a fall off. They'll pretty much be in the rebuilding here.
Understood. That's fair and square. I mean, we can only do so much. So moving on over, but the last but not least, to the commitment to excellence, the black and silver. You want to be silver or gray? What sounds better? Silver.
Black hole.
Okay. Yeah, dark. The Las Vegas Raiders, everybody. Last year they were 8-9, did not make the playoffs, but we're on a new horizon, new year. Don, I'm gonna kick it off with you. How do you feel your Raiders are going to do this year?
I feel confident enough that we should be able to improve from last year. We can I say we're going to have at least 10, 11 wins next year, because regarding the Minshew coming in representing the Minshew mania, we're going to knock the Chiefs off at least one game again this year, like we did at Christmas. Something to look forward to. So, with the additions we made, I feel our defensive line is a lot stronger than it was last year. So, we're going to get a lot of pressures on the quarterback. And then looking over on the offensive side, Zamir White now is going to fill in the role that Josh Jacobs had. And he's going to get those good carries and, ground and pound and start taking, running through people. And, of course, we got Devontae and Jacoby Myers, they're going to do nothing but get better. And Trey Tucker's an up-and-coming star, so coming out of slot receiver position, so that's going to help add to the weapons. And let's not forget Brock Bowers, one of the best tight ends in the draft. He's going to help, get that ball moving around. So I feel that we'll be competing with the Chiefs for the division.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree a little bit. Raiders are gonna look better this year. Antonio Pierce, he's a players coach, and they play and when he was interim last season, they were playing well those last couple games. I mean, and then Max Crosby and that defense would always give Mahomes hell during those meetings. So I'm thinking at least get one. They're going to at least get one off the Chiefs this year. At least that.
Yeah, I mean, they've got good offensive playmakers. The only question mark, in my opinion, is QB. Maybe Minshew, he'll have a good offense. Maybe he can make some, make it improve from last year and prove that he's a good QB. But until I see that happen, I'm going to be skeptical.
I mean, defensively as a whole, y'all played good. Y'all played good against us at least. But defensively, y'all have Max Crosby and that's it. All right. Don't hype up your receiving core. All y'all got is Devontae Adams. And then Brock Bowers. I do have high hopes for Brock Bowers. But Jacoby Myers, he ain't doing nothing, man. Trey Tucker is not doing anything. It's just Adams at receiver. Okay. That's all y'all got. He's your only pass catcher. Running back room's better, okay? I like your running back room. It's not bad, but it's not going to beat the Chiefs. And also, I do like Gardner Minshew, okay? Your head coach and your quarterback, big improvement this year. I do like that. I see y'all fighting for second in the division. Y'all are definitely not beating the Chiefs. I'm telling you that right now, okay? Y'all aren't taking the division. Like, I'll put respect on the Raiders, but you're hyping them up too much, okay, Don? So... Okay, but yeah, no, that's my take on the Raiders this season, okay?
Those are real good points. And here's my thing. I'm going to add a little seasoning to it. I feel the Raiders are going to compete. I didn't say you guys are going to win. I said compete for the division. It's just funny because the Raiders know how to play against the Chiefs well. And out of the years that I've seen football, the Raiders can go into Arrowhead and beat them. It's just weird how that all plays out. It's always the Raiders, they receive the Chiefs beat them there, but then when they go to Kansas City, they beat them there. It's just on and off. But I will tell you this. Let's look a little bit on the quarterback side. So we know already that Minshew is in there. Why not? He played, you know what game I was so impressed with him in? The game when he was with the Colts when they beat the Baltimore Ravens. That was a great game. That was all Minshew. Distributing the ball, controlling the tempo, and he's got leadership. And so I didn't think he played that bad when he was I believe in Jacksonville, but especially with the Raiders here, it's not asking for much. No one's going to play like Mahomes in our division. So do what you're good at. Put your aces in your places. Defensively, yes, Max Crosby. Everyone knows already, okay, double team Max Crosby. But you guys just picked up another player to complement him. So with that being said, that's going to create a little bit. But again, this is the thing with us in the AFC West. We all struggle in our secondary. We all do, except, well, not really the Chiefs, but we struggle against the pass. Every time it's the pass. And one of your big games that you guys are going to have, I believe, is week 2 when you play the Ravens. That's going to be a true testament on that. But I feel on the ranking-wise, before I give my ranking, I'm going to kick it off with you, Taylor. Tell me your ranking from 1 to 4.
I'm going to go Chiefs at 1. I'm going to put Raiders at 2. Broncos at 3, Chargers 4.
I'm the exact same. I hate Chargers.
It's all love, Travis. Go Bolts.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna put Chiefs at number 1. I'm gonna put Chargers at number 2, and then Raiders gonna be 3, and then Broncos. I'm sorry, no fault.
You're no longer on the show after today.
Oh, that's cold.
As much as it pains to say this, I say put Chiefs in number 1. We'll be at 2. I'm gonna have to put Broncos at 3 because Chargers right now 4. Like I said, you don't have a good receiving core to complement the run game. That's just how it is.
For now, this is how I feel. Number 1, of course, the Chiefs. They're going to be there for quite a while. Number 2, the Raiders, just because they've made those improvements there. The number 3, I'm going to give it to the Chargers. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Justin Herbert. He's pretty much going to have to carry the team. These wide receivers, I feel this year he's going to have a lot of connections with DJ Shark because he's more experienced. But the problem is that he's no Keenan Allen and he's no Mike Williams. We don't have tall receivers. So they're just going to have to just wear and tear, get the Ravens leftovers and just get them in there, with Dobbins and Edwards to run the ball. So it's just going to be a tempo game, and they're just going to have to win by shootout. And then last but not least, Denver. I just feel Denver with Bo Nix and everybody. We'll have some nice wins maybe here and there. If we can get one from the Chiefs, I'll be happy. But I don't have no more expectations than that. So that concludes the AFC West, you guys. We have one more, and that is the NFC East. Stay tuned for next week. We will start Sportsfellas, our weekly picks, and then our giveaways. any shows that we're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the Driz and Los Players of the Week. And then what was that one that we did before? The bro.
I don't know. It's my bad. It's been so long.
It's been so long, and you guys are all fired after this. So I'm going to get in a new crew. Yes, you guys, we're going to have opening new shows, but on top of those shows as well, we're going to put your names in the drawings for the ultimate prize, which is something. Yeah, something. You're going to get something. What could it be? Maybe a hat, maybe a T-shirt, maybe a gift certificate, something. So that's going to go out to our fans as well. So any shout-outs before we go, Don?
Just shout out to all the fans out there listening and all the crew here putting everything together. Just hanging out with you fellas.
Shout out to all the football fans, especially those in Rescue Nation, and hi mom and dad.
Shout out to Florida State for getting kicked out of the playoffs on week 0.
We have some technical difficulties, so we're going to have to edit that.
Shout out to Ravens Nation. Let's start off 1-0, baby.
This guy. All right. Well, hey, what can I say? Thank you guys, because now we have football season in the house. All shout outs over there to the Redskin and Commander Nation over there, the Black Hole over here, the Raiders, in the Sea of Red, the Kansas City Chiefs, and then those Birds. You know, your Ravens, I'm telling you, your Raven fans travel deep. I will tell you that. I went to a Charger game a long time ago, back when Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson were playing in Darren Sproles. And I remember I thought the Chargers were going to win. They were in the goal line, and then Ray Lewis, plop, got him at the one. I mean, the Ravens, just great team to watch. And also, too, you know, our staff behind. Thank you to Eric and Powell and the gang. It's always great to have you guys here. So stay tuned, you guys. It just started, Sportsfellas. We're going to have our college games going. Also, Chuck's Dugout. And then pretty soon, the Hangry Polar recaps. Hockey season's about to start, too. Until then, we're out.